Alright, we're back. Playing more Crash Bandicoot.
What did I say we were going to get into next time?
You said you were gonna beat the game. Speedrunning challenge. Cole declares the game is beatable within this episode.
Maybe.
We will find out within the next half hour.
What did I say I was going to talk about this time?
Oh, you're gonna talk about how I said, how far out are we from a heel-type wrestler who's like a 4chan troll?
Oh,
as like their
yeah.
gimmick. And says stuff like Omega lol.
Well, I guess maybe that's...
Not necessarily the language, but
Yeah,
like the
I was gonna
attitude, I guess.
Maybe it's not fair to say, but I'm like, he's had like a
So-
4chan gimmick, but this guy TJP, who is also known like weird, like, Vax, skeptic and other dumb bullshit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when he went to WWE, he had this whole, like, gamer entrance, and he would dab all the time.
Yeah. This is the kind of thing I'm looking for. Just that, like, kind of ironic obnoxiousness where you take, anything that is, like, a little played out, and then you just, like, insanely play it out.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, Seth...
Ah!
Oh, oops.
Yeesh.
Seth Rollins did that recently with his heel gimmick, where he was, like, calling himself the Drip King and just wearing shit that was ugly. The difference, obviously, is that, like... I mean, like, the TJP stuff wasn't great either, but it's, like, funny. Because it's just, like, such a grandpa thing to do. But, like, Seth Rollins is just, like, somehow even more off-putting than, like, a right-wing conspiracy nut. Just by being, like, an annoying wrestler.
Ah, shoot.
I'm just jumping too close and then, like, pressing forward before I go for my jump.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Because that's just, like, how you have to work your momentum in this game. But
Disintegrating this poor little dingo or whatever the fuck.
he's a bandicoot. The games are called Crash Bandicoot.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do!
What is a bandicoot? Is it a dingo?
No, that's a bandicoot. It's its own unique species.
Is it a canine?
No, it's a bandicoot. I don't know. It might be a canine.
I don't know. Did it
He
eat a baby?
got that dog in him for sure.
We were talking recently about the dingo ate your baby.
I'm tilting myself also. Slow it down.
Well, you focus on this.
Yeah,
Let
you
me
can talk
recount
about the
for
dingo.
the reviewers.
Talk about Dingo and the baby.
So in 1980, this woman is on a camping trip in Australia with her husband and her baby. The baby goes missing. And they launch an investigation into where the hell the baby is. And the woman says, a dingo ate my baby. Okay? And she goes to trial. The jury doesn't buy this defense. There's no evidence that a dingo ate her baby. It seems, to the jury at least, that it's more likely that this lady, for whatever reason, just killed her baby. And then she goes to jail.
Why was she at trial in the first place? Did, like, the husband think she killed the baby?
I don't think so. I think it was just that the baby was missing, and they were the only people that, were seen with the baby.
Don't you have to, like, press charges for that?
No, if it's like a criminal case, like if they really think that this lady murdered her baby, then no one needs to press charges. It's just she's gonna go to jail for murder, which she did.
Yeah, for like 20 years.
And then this line, her unconvincing defense of the dingo ate my baby, became like a worldwide meme. Or as much as a meme could be back in the 80s.
Yeah, it was like a cultural phenomenon. Still getting referenced when I was little in the early 2000s.
Yeah, it just never stopped. People thought this was the funniest shit ever. To have characters make jokes about a dingo ate your baby. It was on Seinfeld. Elaine is drunk at a party and mad at a woman who calls her husband her baby. And is going, where is my baby? Where did my baby run off to? And Elaine shouts, maybe the dingo ate your baby. And there's a big laugh. The studio audience knows what it means and thinks it's funny.
Haha, that woman's child died.
I know. So, like, already, I think it's fucked up that they were like, in this case of child murder, the sociopath who killed her own baby wasn't very convincing with her excuse. That is, like, grade A comedy material. But then, fairly recently, like within the last year or two, I think.
That recently?
Yeah, it was very recently.
I thought it was like a few years ago.
Maybe. But, certainly within, like, the last decade. Like, evidence came out. They found the bones of the baby. A dingo really did eat her baby. So just imagine.
They found the bones.
They found the bones, yeah. It's like beyond any pale of a doubt that that dingo did really come and steal and eat her baby.
Yeah, because it's fucking Australia. There's like 800 things that want to murder you there.
Well, that's just it. It never seemed that implausible to me that a wild, hungry dog would actually just grab a small infant child and eat it. Like, what about that seems unrealistic?
There's a checkpoint right there. Oh,
it's okay. You'll get back there. There's a checkpoint right here, too. You got 82 of them motherfucking lives.
Yeah, that is nice.
But that lady in prison only had one life, and she spent most of it in prison for no reason.
What's the deal?
And then she comes out of prison, and she's a little curious, so she Googles herself, and she sees that every major cultural property of the last few decades has just been riffing on her.
It's like pretty sad.
It's like insane. Like, I don't know, I haven't really heard other people talking about how, like, actually just nightmarish this situation is. Like, it's, like, beyond Kafka, like...
Well, because it's just, like, the worst thing that could ever happen to you. No one believes that it happened, and then 30 years later, they finally believe you, and you found out they've been making fun of you.
I know. It's insane. Like, you couldn't write something more horrific if you tried.
Okay, what if you were looking under your bed and there was a guy?
Okay, and what's he up to?
He's there and he's sniffing.
Oh, that's... Is he sniffing, like, positively, or is he going like, oh, geez, lady, you gotta watch these?
It's, like, positively, but it's, like, not the kind of attention you want.
Well, that's not for you to decide. You can't just say, this isn't the type of attention you want.
What?
Just tell me what kind of attention it is, and I'll make my own choice.
Well, one, yeah, it is the kind of... I don't know. Do you want a guy just, like, sniffing your smells because he's horny for you?
I don't know. Who's this guy? Is he hot?
You're beyond saving.
I'm trying to save the story here. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the sniffing man incident.
I told you didn't want it, and then you didn't yes-and me.
It's because it's unrealistic.
What do you mean it's unrealistic? It's unrealistic to not want a stranger to be sniffing you under your bed?
Well, what did they say?
Why did I go for that jump? It was on tag.
A stranger is just a friend you've never met. And a bed sniffer's just a
sex criminal you've yet to encounter? Like...
The other thing is that the underside of the bed, I'll be real here and admit this on the Keys to YouTube channel, that shit's probably so dusty.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I think in this scenario, I'm, like, apologetic. I'm like, oh, let me get you the lint roller.
Sorry about the smell down there, and he's like, no, it's great.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, bro, sorry, you're covered in, like, dust and
Sir,
whatever.
Why are you calling him sir? He's invading your home. I presented you with a home invader scenario, and you're like, well, is he hot? It's like, women are actually fucking insane.
You just have an extremely biased view of home invaders. What, are they all ugly in your eyes?
If he was Ted Kaczynski, you'd love that he was in your home.
Exactly. I'd be like, what's up? I thought you died.
It was a cover to escape prison to see my favorite YouTuber. I was sick of working at the Supermax. Did you see, like, really dumb people are now trying to, like, spread a conspiracy that the state killed Ted Kaczynski?
Oh, I did. They did rule his death a suicide, which really surprised me, because I figured an 81-year-old man with cancer would just die.
I guess
especially when deprived of all real health care or,
I assume instead he was just like, well, I'm sick of, dying of cancer.
Being an 81-year-old man with cancer in
prison. You see our next boss here, Pinstripe.
Ooh, CO Pinstripe.
Pinstripe Porra. He's a gangster.
Ah, I love it.
He's the guy that Tana ends up dating later in whatever lore.
Oh shit! I belched with shock and disapproval.
Yeah, he's kind of fucked up. He's kind of a fucked up guy.
Well, that's for me to decide. I'm starting to doubt your taste in men.
Doubt my taste in men. Some like obvious criminals are dangerous, and you're like,
obvious criminals are obviously sexy.
Let's see, we got some mobster
Ladies,
guys.
am I right?
You know, all the ladies go in the comments and say if you love crime.
If you love criminal warlords and bed sniffers.
Ladies, let me know how hot you would find it if a guy was the Unabomber.
You know what I'm thinking about now? Because we've been talking about SGDQ a lot and watching some runs from it. Do you remember the clip where this guy is sitting next to a woman in the crowd, and she gets up, and then he sniffs her seat?
Yeah,
remember that?
Chair sniffer guy.
The chair sniffer guy.
That guy was crazy.
Now that was like...
That's like evil.
Insane.
That's
that
like creepy as fuck. Would you be flattered if that happened, Emily?
No.
Yeah.
No.
This is my point. And then if that guy was in your home, that would be scarier.
Alright. It's making more sense to me now. Now that it's a little more real.
If it was the SGDQ's chair sniffer.
It was the SGDQ's chair sniffer, man. What I'm trying to remember is, like, I remember that clip being passed around in, like, threads where I was watching it on, like, V, so of course they're gonna obsess over this. But did that lead to any discourse? Like, was there actually, like, we need to do something about this type of moment? Or did everyone just kind of, like, act like it didn't happen?
I think everyone was just like, well, that was creepy.
Yeah.
I hope that guy doesn't do that again. I mean, he just got, like, kicked out. They found him.
Okay. So there was actually at least that level of repercussion.
Well, yeah, I think there was repercussion. I don't know if there's really any discourse to be had about it beyond, like, ugh.
There wasn't, like, Chairgate.
No.
Or Sniffgate, perhaps.
Well, I guess it was Sniffgate by definition, but I don't think it was treated as such.
And then wasn't there, like, an Aiden Ross video where he sniffs Andrew Tate's chair?
Oh, probably.
I think there was. I think Jack showed me this. So, like, what?
I don't follow any of that shit. I don't really know what the deal with that guy is.
He's just awful. He's just
I just know he's, like, really
sycophant.
into Andrew Tate and is on, like, racist Twitch TV.
Yeah. That's really all there is to know. And I guess he did sniff this chair at one point.
And everyone was mostly just laughing at him because, like, fucking that guy Trainwreck's TV made this alternative just so he could gamble all the time.
Yeah.
And instead, it's just become a haven for, like, the worst kind of people.
Wow, what a shocker.
Yeah, what a shocker.
What a shocker. This is Rumble, right?
Kick.
Oh. Wait, Kick? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
because
Kick
used to be
kicking,
a
not a
messaging app. Oh, okay. KIK was the messaging app. Oh,
yeah,
shit,
KIK,
here he is.
Yeah.
He's doing his say hello to my little friend
Yeah,
routine.
he's doing a little Scarface.
This is wild. What the fuck? Just in media res. Crash is already hiding behind the chair. Shit, this is like a real duel.
Yeah,
You just run over and sock him.
Try to get him while he's changing clips and stuff.
Okay. Alright, I like it. I like that he's got this spiffy little picture of himself in the corner.
Right across from the big boss, Neocortex.
And who would have thought that someday this would be 100% of the gameplay of all Naughty Dog games? That's pretty good. Except you would shoot back instead of spinning at them.
I guess this is like what The Last of Us is.
I don't know. I haven't actually played those games. I have a vision in my head of them being like cover shooters.
Well, the Uncharted ones are especially cover shooters.
Yeah.
The Last of Us ones like are, but there's more to them. Especially Last of Us 2 has like very good gameplay. The story's also good, but like obviously there's a lot of people who hate it.
I did see a clip of The Last of Us on Twitter that actually made me freak out, where there's like a rope. And the rope, like, realistically gets, like, snagged on stuff.
Yeah.
And you can, like, lasso things and, like, drag them over just with this emergent rope physics. It's moments like that where I see the value in creating video games after 1996. Only in those rare moments do I realize
Welcome to hell.
that the medium is progressing. Alright, good luck. Good luck.
Is this your first day being pink? Welcome to hell.
What are these fruits leading towards you? Secret?
Oh, there's like hidden... okay, that's interesting.
Oh my god, that's just mean. It's just blind faith?
Yeah. It's just for some lives.
Huh.
No.
I guess maybe they'll be using that mechanic throughout the level.
I
Which
think
seems like bullshit, but whatever.
there maybe not this one, but there's one after, I think, where stuff is invisible.
Now, see that? That really breaks my immersion.
What?
Everything else in this game so far has been well within the standard accepted Newtonian laws of physics.
The Newtonian laws of physics?
But,
Am I
ooh,
fucking
nice,
recording with Sheldon Cooper?
Nice little jump off the rope there. Well, with quantum physics, you can argue that there's some weird kind of teleportation and spooky action at a distance stuff. But if we're sticking to Newtonian...
I'm gonna stick you to the Newtonian.
It's just like, why are the boards invisible? What the fuck sense does that make?
Ah!
I'm to believe that these ancient peoples, be they Mayan or Aztec or other, developed the technology for invisible boards and then applied them for no reason?
For no reason, is to fuck up bandicoots. What do you mean?
I just hate these bandicoots.
Notorious pests. You should look up a picture of a bandicoot on your phone.
Okay.
And give like a live Tucker reaction to it.
Alright, I honestly don't know if I knew they were animals before this.
You're gonna be... I'm gonna let you prepare yourself right now. They do not wear jeans and fingerless gloves.
Gee, this isn't... It's like a mouse.
Yeah.
What?
They're pretty cute, right?
It is cute.
Fuck! Sorry.
But like, why did they choose this animal?
I don't know. Because it's just like cool.
Is it cool though?
Yeah. What do you mean?
It's just a mouse with a long snout.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, it's like a unique animal. Like,
I guess so.
it's like this animal indigenous to Australia that like no one really talks or thinks about.
It sounds cool too.
Yeah, it's got
right?
a cool ass
It's got like
name.
a cool ass name, yeah.
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot.
Unregistered Bandicoot 3.
It's badass. So I think the name contributes a lot. But Crash doesn't look anything like it. There's like zero overlap.
Yeah.
Crash is a lot larger too.
Well, yeah, obviously.
See, with Sonic doesn't look anything like a hedgehog, but he has spikes. You know?
Fuck my shit life.
Oh my god. He's doing it. He's doing it.
Okay.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
We got past that section.
The cheese is real. The cheese is so real. Oh, and it's just...
Oh. Yeah, I should have made a little micro adjustment to it.
But still, it seems like this is pretty viable. Nice, nice.
Ah!
Oh, man.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
You don't really get much additional jump distance from getting a run at stuff, do you?
No, not in this game. You just like drop like a sack of bricks.
Yeah.
It feels. I don't. It's gonna sound insane. It feels very similar to the kind of platforming you have to do in Kingdom Hearts 1. Where you just drop like a sack of rocks.
I do remember that. I remember you climbing that dang tree in Nightmare Before Christmas. Or it wasn't a tree. It was...
What the, there was a space there I was supposed to tell! The fucking perspective was so horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm
okay.
going James Rolfe mode. I hate being like that publicly.
The important thing is you got the passion. It's better to be upset than to go, you know what, I don't even care. I'm cool.
It's better to go, shitload of fuck!
Yeah, exactly.
Ah! He's gonna take you back to the past.
People need to know you actually want to beat the game. You know?
So, what would you do if you had to play the shitty games that sucked ass?
I would kill myself.
Would you rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in your...
I don't know. I haven't really played any like bad core games. I've never like subjected myself to that. I guess the closest I've come to is Getting Over It. But Getting Over It is, you know, very, very deliberate in how it's like evoking those feelings.
Really bad core.
No. it talks a lot about this. It talks about like sexy hiking and stuff. It's definitely trying to evoke the feel of a game that's like broken.
Yeah, once you
while
be
also
a little quappy.
Well, also, yeah, like it's at once trying to give you that sense of, oh, I'm playing like a broken game, while of course being very, very deliberately, precisely not broken. You know?
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting, and makes me super excited for his next game. Called Baby Steps. Look it up on Steam. Wishlist it. Do whatever. Comes out next year, I think.
Isn't Getting Over it like free?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if
this
this
one
new
also
game
gonna
will.
be free? Okay.
This new game, he's actually collaborating with like a pretty big studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting,
That's cool.
and it's like full
All right.
3D, good graphics score. Good job.
It really is so much easier on PC than it is on like Switch or anything. Oh my lord. That's like probably the biggest wall for me in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Those levels. So getting through that without like losing all my fucking lives is really nice.
Yeah.
'Cause my sister has these on Switch.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I remember playing them pretty early in the pandemic, and I just got stuck on the high road.
Nice. But
And
now
lost all my lives.
we threw it. We threw it already.
Alright, now we're at these kind of levels, which are pretty cool. They're like very heavily cycle-based.
This has a real Castlevania feel to me.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just getting warmed up, getting used to it.
There's lots of cool stuff in them.
It's raining, it's slippery.
And the Stormy Ascent level, which is like a hard level that they never actually ended up putting in the game, is like a level designed like this.
Oh, I'll have to check that out maybe.
Maybe.
You don't have to commit yourself to beating it, but I'm curious to see what it's like.
Oh, fuck.
It's kind of
I
hard.
don't know why I'm going for like any lives when I have fucking 87 of them.
Yeah, you really don't need to. It's like hard for me to picture the Kaizo version of this game. Because it feels like so much of the difficulty comes from just sort of like jank. Which, I mean, Kaizo stuff has a lot of jank too, but like...
I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of the difficulty is just like deliberate designed difficulty.
yeah, I shouldn't say jank. More like judgment things.
Yeah.
Like, things not, like, needing to understand when things are possible and when they're not. Like, yeah, jank isn't the right word. It's more like,
You need to understand when it's time to watch only the funniest amusement park fails.
This is really an amusement park fails type of game.
It kind of is. Hello? Okay.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's, because I think if they just put in a million, like, 1 pixel type jumps or whatever, that would just be stupid.
Yeah, that would be obnoxious.
So I don't know.
Especially because Crash already plays, like, a little loose. Oh, fuck. God, fuck.
He's going to heaven now, it's okay.
I'm back at the start.
Damn.
Oh my
I think you are.
Bro.
The checkpoint philosophy has changed. We are in the end game.
Did I just, like, skip a checkpoint by accident? Or is this just how it goes?
I don't know. It feels like you went everywhere. Unless it was in one of these little back rooms.
Well, I've been keeping my eye out to check. I don't know, I guess I just fucked up. That's okay.
Could it be behind another normal box in one of those back rooms?
I mean, that would be the kind of asshole trick they would pull. Because you'd be able to see, like, going past if there's stuff behind.
That's true, yeah. You got a bit of, like, 3D-ness. Huh. Yeah, I think there's just straight up no checkpoints.
Well,
I
was probably really close to one. Why did I do that?
It's okay, it's okay. You're right that this is, like, 100% cycles.
Yeah. You can actually, I think you can land on those if you spin on them.
Oh, really?
But maybe just in the original.
Little Celeste-style spike jump?
Yeah. There's, like, weird stuff. Weird interactions they have. They probably patched that out, though. Or not patched out, but, like, didn't put it in this version.
Yeah. I think it's cool that, in general, they just do a really good job making, like, the various moving platforming elements and stuff, like, situate themselves in the real world. Like all of these have like slots that you can see them go into.
Oh, yeah, I see
or...
what you mean. Yeah.
Actually, these rotating ones don't. That's an exception. But
Yeah,
generally,
they
stuff
have
has
like basically like an axis on the wall. You can see what they rotate around.
But yeah, usually there's like slots and tracks and stuff,
Slots!
which helps you like anticipate movement and gives you a nice little realism. These guys are scary, by the way. These guys poking their hands through.
Yeah, they're sniffing under your bed.
Fucked up. They got arrested for sniffing under beds.
They're the iconic bed sniffers. Okay.
Oh, by the way, before you leave, one task you have to do is come up with names for these episodes.
Oh, that's true. One of them is just gonna be like the big bed sniffer.
The big bed sniffer. I guess that's this one, or is that the previous one?
I don't remember.
Or is this the big bed sniffer part 2?
We'll look back at the footage. Oh
Yeah,
my
we'll
God.
skim through, try to remember which one is which. Ooh, very nice, very nice.
Okay.
Still no checkpoint. This is fucked.
If I take one more step, it's the furthest I've ever been.
That's a little Lord of the Rings reference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings really back in vogue right now, I feel like.
Yeah, with the great game Gollum.
Great Game Gollum, Magic the Gathering set,
Oh yeah, that's true.
the Amazon series that everybody hates.
Some people like it.
Oh, this one they do have like a mechanism.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oops.
Ooh, nice recovery. I don't know. I think it's time for me to watch the movies again. It's been a long ass time.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in forever. My brother and his fiance just watched them recently. His fiance for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really
That's
funny
cool.
that she thought they were just like nerd shit. One, because she is a nerd, but two, like these movies won Oscars.
I know, yeah.
It's not like some like insulated culture, really. It's like pretty mainstream as far as that stuff goes.
No, they really succeeded on like every level simultaneously. Like, I'm not the type to be like, they are the greatest films ever made or anything. Like, you know, my tastes are different, but it's like by far the best experience I think I could possibly have watching a long fantasy epic. Like,
Yeah.
they're just so well done. The
Well,
characters are
there's still,
so
like,
lovable. All the
charm,
performances are
yeah.
great.
And also, you know,
A lot of charm, yeah.
there's a lot
Charm
of
is a good
people who
word.
love the books, and that's fine, but the books are just like... I like read, also.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't want to be put off as,
You've
like,
read
guy who
lots
doesn't
of
read.
long-ass books.
I've read Ulysses, goddammit.
That's right. That's the whole reason you're on this channel.
But,
You do have to read Ulysses to appear on the Keys to the YouTube channel.
it's not true. You know how many times Jen's been on here?
I don't know. How many times has Jen read Ulysses?
I got so distracted talking about Ulysses.
That's right. It's
But
a
yeah.
real mind palace.
They're just, like, not very fun to read.
Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
not
Lord of
Ulysses.
the Rings.
Ulysses is a blast.
Ulysses is challenging in a different way.
So as a kid, my mom and I read The Hobbit.
Yeah,
Which
The
was a lot of
Hobbit
fun.
actually is fun.
The Hobbit
I like
is
The Hobbit still.
is a joy. Yeah, it's just a very charming, very kind of like silly book in a lot of ways. You know.
Yeah.
You can tell he had kids in mind when he was writing it. And then we were like, all right, it's time for Lord of the Rings. And like the movies were coming out, and we were like super pumped. And we got as far as when they get to the first big city and meet Strider, aka Aragorn.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my god, we've been reading like 100 pages, and we just got to the first thing that happens in the first movie.
Yeah.
And like everything else that's happened, like we didn't really understand. And like I don't know. It's a lot. I can tell why people really like them, and they're super groundbreaking and innovative and stuff, but it's a lot. It's not like a breezy read.
I just fucking... Whatever.
I mean, what could it be besides lives? You know?
Yeah.
What is like an actual useful thing for you? Just fuck it. I remember my English teacher in high school when Lord of the Rings came out was a huge nerd, big fan of this guy. Probably my favorite high school teacher. And spent multiple classes going on long tirades about things he didn't like in the movies.
That's really fucking funny.
Which were awesome. And I think for a while it did actually not make me like a hater, but made me a hater of those elements. Like, things he hated were like superhuman feats of strength that just were cool action shots, and he thought detracted from like the book's feeling grounded in some sense. So shit like Legolas sliding down the stairs on a shield and like firing off shots at people. Or there was like a scene he obsessed over where somebody like grabs a horse and then just using the strength in their arm like swings their whole body around on top of the horse. And I don't know, I can remember being convinced that these were like stupid, and now kind of when I picture them I'm like, those just kind of sound like cool action shots.
Yeah, those just kind of sound beast as fuck.
Yeah,
Like...
with like good choreography, because the whole movie has great choreography and very good like stunt work and stuff. So I don't know. You were really nailing it for a bit there.
Yeah.
That was task type behavior.
Nah, if it was Tass, I'd be money hopping. It's the fastest movement in this game.
Alright, we'll get to it then. I like these rats. Reminds me of Germa's rat movie. The way they fall off especially.
Yeah, so this is a cool level.
I like this one a lot, yeah.
That's the gimmick of like, your mask lets you see, so if you don't have one, you can't see.
Ooh. Oh, I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I like the aesthetics and stuff too. Just like moving through the courts of this giant castle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So it's like, for a long time I had this perspective of the Lord of the Rings movies are good, but they're too much like action movies. And it's like against the dignity of the series or whatever. And was that first try?
Yeah.
Nice job, nice job. And then I was like, that's a stupid take. Who cares if they're action movies, if the action's good? But now the magic cards are coming out, and I once again have this sense of like, it's undignified to be like trying to represent these with magic cards, you know? I feel like you take an iconic, something like Frodo's sword, which is like loaded with like symbolism and stuff, and represents this like lineage and connection he has with the elves and them putting their faith in him and whatever. You can come up with like a million readings and stuff.
Yeah, and then you put it as an equipment that is totally going to help you in your legacy.
Yeah, yeah, and then it's just, you know,
know.
It gives you +1/+1 and first strike.
I think the dignity of that franchise died when Peter Jackson made 3 bad Hobbit movies.
Yeah.
If we're gonna like pretend that the dignity of it matters, then like it's kind of lost.
That's a fair point. I'm beating a dead horse here to try to be arguing for some innate sanctity that comes from 3 novels from the 50s and not really anything since then. Those Hobbit movies were such stinkers though. I watched only the first one, and I went with a bunch of high school friends. I was back visiting my hometown. And we got very drunk beforehand for some reason, and I fell asleep. But I can remember being just like pissed off and then falling asleep and being like, fuck this.
That's like a very funny emotion to be having watching those movies.
And then I heard
like
they just
mad drunk.
And I heard they just got like way worse than that too.
Yeah, I don't know how else to put it.
One
it got like Lord of the Rings-ified.
Mm-hmm.
They just lengthened it and put a bunch of bullshit.
Well, like the
like why did it need to be a film trilogy? You know what I mean?
It's just money. They just wanted to replicate the whoa, Paper Mario.
Okay, it didn't kill me because it did double. Yeah, it did double crush me, but it still during the invincibility frames from the mask.
Why are you... First you were in, like, a medieval castle.
Yeah.
Now you're back in this...
Well, it's just like Cortex has built his castle into this, like, ruins.
Ah. Okay, I like that.
So
You've gone through the
there's
stuff he
still-
built.
There's
And
still parts
now-
of it that are the same, and there's parts that are different, and it gets more technology-ish as you get higher.
Alright, I like that. I like that. I like, in general, the sense of, like, exploring, like, an evil lair and then exploring what that was built on.
Yeah.
As, like, a kind of, like, more primal, ancient challenge. How are you supposed to get that?
Though there was a box you could bounce on that I spin when I got the other thing.
Oh, I see, I see.
Ooh, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Go see the GF real quick.
See the shoddy.
Say what's up, what's good, alright, you getting kidnapped? Alright, see you then. Goodbye, thanks for the lives, thanks
Later,
for the fruit.
bitch.
I hopped around, I hit some boxes, it's all good, it's all good.
Crash Bandicoot becomes a MGTOW.
They're like remaking... They're making new movies now for Lord of the Rings, is that true?
I don't know, actually.
I feel like I heard that, but I feel like I've heard that a few times, and it just never actually happened.
They're making a Harry Potter TV series.
Oh yeah, yeah, I heard about that.
Which is unnecessary. But
They want more money. And I think probably they realize they can't just keep making Fantastic Beasts movies.
well, yeah,
Those aren't making enough money.
The wheels on those fell off, like, expeditiously.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta go back to what works. Will they do, once again, take, like, some 10-year-old children and just film them continuously until they're the age of the final books?
I think so, yeah. I think that's what they want to do. They want, like, Stranger Things style child stardom.
That, I don't know, man. I don't like it. I think it's, like, kind of weird to take a, like, 10-year-old child and just be like, here are the next 10 years of your life. You are going to be a world-famous celebrity.
Oh, yeah, it's really bad, but I mean...
Have fun.
It's not up to them, it's up to their parents who want to get rich.
Ah, true, true, true. Alright, so we got, what, 4 more levels?
Yeah, or like 3 more levels and 2 boss fights.
Okay. You think you can clear this out?
Yeah.
We'll have an extended episode until you beat it?
6 of... Yeah, I should be able to beat this.
Okay, okay. What? Oh, intentional?
Well, that's how the level is set up, yeah. I think there's
Okay.
a way to skip to the end portal, but it might require a mask.
Hmm.
That's
kinda fun.
actually, you know what it is? It's having the blue gem. It'll just
Oh.
take you around the other side.
Okay, that's kind of neat.
No, I'll just Uber home. I'll probably be able to clear this up in about half an hour.
Okay, okay. And still be back to walk the doggy. Your own little bandicoot.
Yeah, well, he's more of a ripperoo.
He really is a ripperoo.
His
He's
tongue is always
kind
hanging
of
out of his mouth.
dangling.
He's a good little guy, though.
Oh, he is. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like Cole's dog.
I'm fucking like, commenting, and subscribing.
Yeah, that's... I need to get you at least. Are you in control? Okay. Were you just not moving for, like, swag?
I mean, I just didn't need to move.
It
It just seemed unnecessary to be moving when it was doing it for me.
That can be said of so many things. I don't know. I don't know how to phrase the question I'm asking here.
There was no adjustments that need to be made. It just drops you like, perfectly. So it's like, okay, perfect.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
That's
it's a little
cute.
funky, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's got a cute little tune for this too. It sounds like a Bit Trip Runner type music.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck my. Okay, this one.
Ooh, I'm gonna grab a Tums quick.
Ooh, Tom's break.
Tums break. Oh, no break for you. No rest for the wicked.
No rest for the stinky.
Oh.
Let's say no fucking checkpoints in this level, but we got one, so.
I'm good, right on time. Well, I mean, only right on time if you're gonna die, which you won't.
Well, I prefer not to. I mean, I would continue to go apace.
No, you kind of been killing it. You're sort of in the gamer zone right now.
Yeah, regardless of my disdain for some parts of the design of this game, I'm still, you know, a fan and pretty familiar.
There's gonna be a Keisha YouTube channel first. Just finishing a game in one recording session. Thus preventing entirely the chance for long delays.
Yeah.
That's what I should have done with Disco Elysium.
I've
People wouldn't be complaining to me every single day.
I think it would be really hard to do Disco Elysium all in one go. Also, are people really complaining to you every single day?
In my mind. It's like George complains so hard that it like reverberates in my head every day.
Shout out to George.
Shout out to George. Hope you're watching this. It's not Disco Elysium, but...
Not likely, then.
I don't know, I think he puts on my videos occasionally.
Oh, that's nice.
Like background content, you know?
Hello to George.
Hello to George. Just have myself another Tums here.
Women be thumbs in.
It's a nice smooth platformer here.
There we go.
Nice. No deaths?
Nope.
Wow.
I don't think so, anyways.
I don't think so either. Crushing it.
I like
Even though you missed 10 boxes.
the thing I haven't touched on yet. Just the way. This wasn't like that in the original, I think, but just he gets more beaten down the more boxes you miss until he's just completely flattened, like
He's offering no resistance. Call the match, ref.
So here's Dr. Embryo, Nitrous
Oh,
Brio.
yes. Or Igor type. He has both the aesthetics of Igor and Monster of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
What's our plan here? He makes slime.
When you spin the slime. Oh, fuck, you jump on it. That's
Alright, I like that.
He'll throw purple one. It's just an explosion that you have to dodge.
Mm-hmm. Give him a little squirt.
Those, yeah.
Oh, it comes out of their behinds.
Yeah, it comes out of their beeholes.
I thought they were spitting. I like that Mr. Cortex gave him a nice little room with this like custom stone flooring, you know?
Oh, those.
But they got like stacked, yeah. Speedrun tech? We call this one Double Slime. I think it was Randy came up with that name. Did you come up with that name, Randy? Yeah. So if the slimes line up like that, it saves a little bit of time because we can just like immediately land on the next slime. Often there's like a little readjustment period. We can save like maybe 15-20 seconds over the course of the fight. It's pretty big.
Oh, oops.
What are you supposed to do here?
You gotta jump on that and jump on his head. I just was confused about it. And then
Okay,
got
okay.
a little too tightly. It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh. That's not okay.
That's still okay.
I mean, like, in terms of...
We're still on pace.
I'm not gonna game over, that's for fucking sure, but... You know, I'd rather not do something that dumb.
The lighting here is really cool.
Yeah.
The dynamic shadows and stuff.
That's probably what people consider the biggest upgrade, is just, like, the intricacy of some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's very... Wow, you just are gone.
Yeah, I don't know, I just had a good first run and now I'm a little tilted, but we're fine.
I've had so many things like that in video games.
That was you every time you go to a melee tournament. Hey, folks!
Hey, yo, folks!
Folks! Oh!
I'm going to one next weekend. We're playing Project Plus there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to all my Project Plus fans. I played a little bit at Zach's house, and that was bad. I like kind of forgot what I was doing in Project Plus.
Do people who play tournaments with you know about your YouTube channel?
I don't think so. I've never like mentioned it.
Fuck, what am I doing? Oh my god.
I'm like very bad at growing my channel.
Well, I mean, it's probably, I think it's like weird to bring it up. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You have to like recognize your name or two.
Nah.
I mean, it's probably funny they just find your channel and it's just you being like, why Wonder Egg was bad.
I mean, Maybe they want to know why Wonder Egg was bad.
What if someone comes up to you one day and is like, I really didn't agree with your top 10 albums of 2022 list?
I would be so excited. Wait, no, that did happen. That did happen.
What, really?
Wait, yeah, who was this? Oh, shit. It was, yeah, this happened. I think I told you about this at the time, but this was like a while ago. I was at a tournament.
Fuck.
And I got talking to someone, and they were like, hey, I wanted to tell you, by the way, like, we met quite a while ago. Like, I knew we'd met quite a while ago. And he said, since then, I got really into music, and it was largely because I started watching videos on your channel.
Oh, okay.
And got me into, like, a bunch of different bands and stuff. Who was that? Was this a dream I had? I think this was real.
It's really funny if it was a dream.
It made me really happy at the time. To know that I helped someone take an interest in, like, a whole medium that they had never, like, pursued before. Like, I don't know, not to start ranting too much, but people are, like, so incurious about music these days.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Like, this is, like, a big Sue-type rant, but she's so right for this one. Like, people are just way too content, I think, to be given, like, an algorithmically driven playlist and just be like, well, this is what I'm gonna listen to. Like, it seems like beyond radio now. Because at least with the radio, like, you had a sense of, this is a song they've added recently. But now it's just like, for whatever reason, the algorithm can just give you whatever songs it wants. And, like, there's no, it's, like, ahistorical, it's, like, I don't know, it bugs me. It makes me happy to hear that somebody has transitioned into seeking out albums and artists they enjoy. What the? Whoa. First off, good job for beating him.
Well, I didn't break the window, yeah.
The death animation was strange.
I clipped through the gate.
He clipped through the gate. He's actually in like 80 pieces right now. But yeah, generally speaking, I don't tell people about making YouTube videos. Like, if you know me as like a friend, you'll know. But I don't make it like a topic of introduction.
That's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know.
It's real like ladder climbing sociopath vibes.
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, wow, yeah, it's cool to meet you. So you're a friend of like Kevin's, right? Yeah. Hey, can you take out your phone real quick? Can you subscribe to a channel for me? Like, you know, just check it out. You don't have to watch it, but like, we need to get those numbers up, you know? Like, you know, rise and grind. I'm sure you understand.
Ah, bro, yeah, for real.
No, yeah, just, it feels really weird. What? Wait, what?
See, what a fucking asshole trap that is.
There was like instant TNT in there?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hidden in the same place before where there was a fucking thing that you need to get through.
Yeah, yeah. I guess the logic is supposed to be, oh, I already found the switch,
Yeah.
so this is a trap? But, like, no one would think that. No child would think that.
Well, they've doubled up switches before, so you never know.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Back here already.
It's
all
just
good.
one of those things that you're like, this game was kind of made by big things. Some rude design, brutalist design, perhaps?
Brutalist video games.
Yeah.
Now, here's a topic that, even though those two words have never been linked before, I feel confident I could talk for like 12 hours about. I think we can say a lot about brutalist video game control. If you're in an RPG and there is no run button or dash button or vehicles or chocobos or whatever, and you just walk like one square at a time, that's like brutalist. And I do not need to elaborate. This guy's scary. He's just like hanging out here. That's just like a normal ass person.
Yeah, that's my favorite enemies in these games are the scientists.
Mm-hmm.
Because at least in the PS1, I don't know if they do that anymore. They would let out like a really funny pain scream when you killed them. They would go like,
you better kill one then. we gotta find out.
I don't know if they're gonna be like this.
So you just gotta time it for when they're not zappy. Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
For when they're not zappy, and like, but you like have to keep pushing them, so it's just kind of a pain. Excuse me.
Nice.
Okay.
He zigged and you zagged, as they say.
Yep.
Oh, checkpoint. Very good, very good. Ah, yeah, he didn't scream. You're just out of there.
Ah! Oops. Okay. Oh.
So that's just timed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is gonna blow up the door, I guess. Nice.
Blew that shit wide open.
These are pretty tricky. Like, this is, like, intimidating to look at.
Oh, fuck.
That's tough.
I just have to wait longer.
At least you got a checkpoint right here.
Yeah.
No, it's a little ways back.
Yeah, that's close enough.
It's further back than I remembered.
Yeah, but,
You'll be fine,
there wasn't any, like, big problem rooms I could recall in between, you know?
Just this asshole.
Yeah, it's this guy.
He kind of looks like Beaker from
Muppets?
Muppets.
Yeah, he's got the schnoz for it. What's your favorite big-nosed character in society?
Jeez, wow, that's... Oh my god! Alright, that's a new one. That should have like custom, extremely gruesome death animation.
Oh no, he's just a little guy.
My favorite big-nosed character... Dumbo the elephant.
That's like such a coward's answer.
I don't know, man. It's
What
a
about
tough
like
question. It's a tough
Chelsea
question.
Peretti in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Huh. Okay.
See, there's options.
We've got 2 options so far. Can you present me any other options?
Oh, there's tons of people with huge noses.
Yeah, you say that, but like, you gotta get some examples going.
Oh my god.
It's just hard to just sui generis spawn images of famous big-nosed folks in your head.
Alright, Sam the Eagle, also from the Muppets. Maybe Dr.
I like-
Bunsen Honeydew?
Yeah, he's a lot of the Muppets do. Yeah, Kermit debatably. Gonzo has like the most insane schnoz.
Kermit does not have a big nose.
Well, what do you call it? What's his like mouth? It's like part nose, part mouth.
Well, that's just, he's a frog.
Frogs. Oh my
Fuck,
gosh.
what am I doing?
It's okay. You're spending too much mental resources on this impossible task of thinking of big-nosed people.
No, Okay, Justin Trudeau.
He's not my favorite.
Well, yeah,
Next.
but he's a big-nosed person, isn't he?
I don't even know if I would say he has a particularly big nose.
He's got like a kind of crooked nose. Yeah. Alright, here's a big one.
Okay.
O-Dog. Owen Wilson.
Oh, yeah!
And
There's
his
my
brother,
favorite.
Luke.
Yeah. There's my favorite. Now the real question is, which Owen Wilson portrayal is my favorite of all Owen Wilson characters?
Well, that's a great question, and I'm like completely unsure if you even have an answer for it.
Probably Bill Murray's son in The Life Aquatic.
That's pretty good.
I love that movie so much, and I really like his character. There you go. Now you're thinking with portals.
What the hell?
Ah. Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
got too close.
Oh.
Ass, feet, and maybe hole.
The Holy Trinity.
Fuck, man, I just want to get out of this level.
This one's pretty tough. This one's stress-inducing.
Something that's stressing me out is just pissing me off. What's your favorite ass, feet, and hole performance?
Well, now the examples are flooding to minds. now I can't keep the thoughts away of all the ass, feet, and hole performances.
What's the best Angela White video?
I have an answer in mind. I don't know what it's called. There we go. Very good, very good, very good.
You have an answer for best Angela White video?
Yeah, there's this one. I don't even remember the theming, but the guy really splurts out between her boobs, and it's great.
Last episode is getting called Angela White.
That's good. Then Michael will watch it. What are these like bonus things?
Stormy Ascent and just take you back to the first place.
So you get Stormy Ascent in 2 spots?
Yeah, I guess just to get it from wherever you are on the map.
Okay, that's neat.
Anyways.
What's your favorite Angela White video?
I mean, I guess we're here. The Dr. ASMR one.
Oh, okay.
That one's pretty good.
All right. Fair.
Dr. Angela White. It's kind of like a Dr. Wade Bear.
Wait, what was that? That was it?
Yeah. If you have all the gems, there's like a really long path you can go across.
Okay.
That has some bonuses and stuff on it. But...
And here we are at the final boss of Crash Bandicoot.
Yep.
Shout out to Angela White. If you're watching this and want to come on the Keys to YouTube channel, you don't even have to read Ulysses, babe. I'm just open to it.
Angela White, please come on the show.
Come play Crash 2 with us. Alright, so far this looks
Angela
reasonable.
White, please go on the Adam Friedland show.
Oh, that would be crazy. Go on the Eric Andre show. Or no, I don't want that for her.
Only if she knows.
Mia Khalifa seemed to have a pretty good time.
I think she knew what was up though.
I feel like if they know what's up, Eric doubles down.
Yeah.
Like I see from this note that you're an anti-masker.
She was like really upset about that.
She was like genuinely like shocked that he would go that far.
She was like, oh my god, I'm getting slandered.
She was not ready for that angle. The slander that might get her killed by ISIS. Nice. I see how it's going. A little Ricky Ticky Tickochet. Oh.
Tick tock tock.
Ring, ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding dong. Great show.
Awesome reference to 5 people. And only one of them is watching. And it's just us looking back.
Yeah, Tom Goes to the Mayor, I think is a brilliant show by some brilliant minds in comedy. I think it has no cultural impact. Like, there's no memes that show spawned.
It feels
right?
like it should, though. It feels like the kind of thing that would have a reappraisal. Like, you know,
I
people
agree.
got back into, like, Xavier Renegade Angel.
I agree. It has a lot of potential for that. But
there's so much funny shit, and there's so many just, like, random famous people in it also.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is another thing people like looking back at stuff, is when it's just randomly like, why the fuck was Michael Cera in the show? Why was he called Scroach?
Just the fact that, like, Bob Odenkirk co-wrote it.
Yeah,
like...
Bob Odenkirk did so much in that show.
And now he's, like, more cultural clout than he's ever had.
Yeah, now he's just, like, one of the most respected TV actors of a generation.
No, it feels ripe for rediscovery. And it just, this has never happened.
Especially because there's so much other Tim and Eric stuff that people have rediscovered or was popular at the time. Even.
Or at least has, like, produced some memes that grew
has some
beyond
sort
it.
of, like, cultural cachet.
Like, Tim and Eric Awesome Show, I don't think many people will sit down and watch, but there's tons of memes from that show that people recognize.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
everyone knows Celery Man.
Yeah. Or the...
It's free real estate.
Yeah,
that joke everybody likes.
One.
But I think Tom Goes to the Mayor, I honestly think a big part of it is the art style. I think people are so, like, repulsed by the art style.
It definitely looks peculiar.
Yeah. Excellent show.
Very
a deeply upsetting show. Very good. Bro, his castle's on fire, I just realized.
Yeah, you're ruining his... Oh, fuck my dick. I'm ruining his life.
You destroyed his castle.
I'm, like, ruining his life really bad.
That's big. We got a Kleenex? Ah, shit.
We're out of Kleenex?
Well, this box is empty.
What? How? I thought it was, like, full when I picked it up earlier.
Grabbing another box. I'll be right back.
It's fine, I'm just playing.
Just beat him.
I'm working on it, dude.
Do the thing.
Oh, my lord.
You gotta get another dang box of Kleenex.
These parts I'm okay on, but once it gets all crisscrossy, I'll start getting really tripped up.
This is like kind of tricky.
Yeah.
The energy balls just slowly going back and forth has like a real Japanese game feel. I don't know if I can explain it much more than that. It has like almost like a shmup feel.
Yeah. Wow, this feels like Toho.
No, no.
It's more like Ikaruga, if anything. Oh,
Uh,
cock, balls, and torture.
It's kind of more like R-Type, you know.
Oh yeah, R-Type.
It's got some like familiarity to it. Ikaruga is where they start getting abstract. That's your Pomo type shmup. Makes you wonder, like, what even is a bullet? What is hell? Nice, nice.
A really funny man once said it was other people.
Ooh. And his name was Dave Sims, the author of Cerebus.
Hell yeah!
That's
Cerebus gang?
that's basically how Cerebus ends. Spoilers, I guess.
Oh, it ends? I didn't
Yeah,
realize he
yeah.
finished
It had a very definitive ending
That's awesome.
where he's dying, and Cerebus is dying. He's on his deathbed. He starts seeing a long vision of everyone he's encountered in his journey. And it's very...
And he's just like, I hate these cocksuckers.
No, really. So they're all convincing him to come to heaven, right?
What am I doing?
Where he'll finally be reunited with all these people that died during his life. But Cerebus realizes that, like, all of these people are sinners.
Oh.
And none of them should be in heaven. So if they're telling him to go to some place, then that place is hell. And he rejects all of them.
And then he's right?
And he's right.
Whoa.
And he encounters, like, one other dude who's, like, a religious... what the fuck word am I trying to say here? A monk that, like, deprives himself of everything.
Oh.
Ascetic?
Ascetic?
Ascetic? Yeah, I think that's the word I want. Anyways, that guy comes out and is like, good job, Cerebus.
That's funny.
Those were demons. Now come to real heaven with me.
Good job, Cerebus. Those were demons.
It's pretty wild.
Okay.
It's just, you know, everybody's like...
stung by this time.
David Sims was...
What am I doing?
That didn't look like it hit you at all.
The hitboxes seem a little big on him, but it's me being stupid.
No, you got it, you got it.
I'm figuring it out.
See, everyone's like, oh, David Sims is misogynistic.
Yeah.
And that's true.
That's not...
But he just hates everybody.
He is just, like, purely misanthropic.
Yes, yes. The story of Cerebus is 100% hell as other people. Like...
The story of Cerebus, meta-textually, is also just, like, a guy going completely fucking insane from success.
It's pretty amazing.
It's
I don't
very odd.
I don't think the messaging is good, and I think, you know, a lot of things suffer as a consequence for that, that when you're meant to have certain types of emotional moments, instead you're just like, what the fuck is this guy smoking?
Especially when he just gets deep into his, like, political arc.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like Cerebus is running for mayor.
Yeah.
What are the candidates that suck? And it's just like atheist, non-libertarians.
But at the same time, I still want to say that series is like a masterpiece. Because it's just such an amazing, like, work of singular vision. Like...
It definitely feels like a work of, like, complete mad genius.
He wrote, like, an entire bookshelf's worth of books. And illustrated them all beautifully. And filled them with, like, endless diatribes on every subject he could think of. Like, it's amazing. Like, I don't like the idea of it being, like, dismissed. It just has, you know, a very complicated legacy.
Only buy British crisps.
You know that guy lives in, like, Kitchener, too? David
Yeah.
Sims? It's crazy.
Doesn't he still, like, respond to fan mail and just get really mad?
He shows up. There's a bookstore I'd always go to in Kitchener. Worth a Second Look Books. Shoutouts to them. And I was talking to the guy about David Sims, and he's like, yeah, he comes in sometimes. And he just, like, chews my ear off on, like, random book takes.
That's
I'm
really
like,
funny.
that's awesome. He's just this curmudgeonly old man.
It's just like a weird psychopath.
Yeah.
Angela White should read Cerebus.
Ah, yeah, Angela White. Come on Keith's YouTube channel for the Cerebus reading challenge. Like, I haven't read the whole thing.
Angela White's Cerebus book club?
I read chunks of it. I read the ending just because I had heard about it and I wanted to see it for myself. But I've never read the whole thing, and I thought at some point that could make some unique, at least, YouTube content. Going through all of Cerebus from a leftist, empathetic perspective and trying to make sense of what the fuck David Sims is on about. It would be like thousands of hours of content, but you know. If I didn't have like a social life or a job, this is the kind of shit I would be doing.
No social life, no job. I'm just analyzing Cerebus.
Yeah.
It's actually like you're in the gutter, bro.
I don't know, man. I just wish I could live 2 lives. One of them outdoor and one of them
how
indoor.
did that hit me? Fuck off.
You weren't even like, it wasn't even on screen when it hit you. You got this, though. You got this. I'm feeling like this is the run. All this Cerebus talk is inspiring you.
It's not a one run yet. As my hero Ryan would say. Ryan Laterno.
Lion, the Northern Lion.
Northern Ryan. As in his name is Ryan, not like I'm changing the L in Lion.
Yeah, yeah.
To be clear.
But he does have a shirt that says Northern Ryan, I'm pretty sure.
Like,
well, it's his name written in Japanese.
I was gonna say, well, they just don't have an L sound. Like
yeah, yeah. But it's like Hita, like the kanji for north.
We're just gonna take a sec.
yeah. I'll take a sec. Take a breather.
Oh,
Reminisce on you know, the lessons we've learned thus far.
I really gotta get out of here soon too.
yeah, you gotta walk a dang dog.
Ring a ding a ding dang dog.
I like how this has kind of like a Western motif in the soundtrack.
Or a showdown. It's a shootout. Cortex is going dance, bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm going,
Reach for the stars.
reach for the sky, boys. Shout out the Briscoes. Oh. This is green. Yep. And it switches to the diagonals.
Oh,
This
not
is-
quite.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of those
he does
ones
little
that-
pot shots, and then these
he'll do
guys
two
coming
of
in
these.
diagonally.
Yeah. Stand around like here. He shoots. First screen, spin.
Excellent.
I'm stupid.
That's okay. This is like pace. And these shots are dummy thick.
Oh! Get back!
That's tough. That's tough. Shit. Just clipped your little feetsies.
I'm so frustrated by this fucking
That's
thing.
okay.
Alright, now
You
we
got
have
it, you
two
got it.
masks. We get 2 hits.
Wait, why?
Because if you die enough, they start giving you masks out of pity. That might have started at 2. I don't think it was in 1 either.
I was gonna say this sounds a little more modern. Good.
Something about his portrait in the top left really gives like live Tucker reaction energy. Live Cortex reaction.
Has anyone combined the baby Gronk meme and the good doctor meme yet?
They shouldn't do that.
Will I be the first?
Don't.
On twitter.com.
Just don't do that.
I am the Riz King. I am the Riz
Dr.
King.
Han. I am the Riz King, Dr. Han.
Dr. Han.
Angela White's the good doctor.
Hey, there we
There
go.
we go. Okay, we won.
You won?
Yep.
You beat the game?
Yeah, there should be like a little end cutscene. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Good job.
I got
And with that-
I got my babe back.
Look at that.
Oh,
Wow.
he hit a yeehaw right there. At the end.
He kind of just like you for real.
Yeah, a little
In
bit.
that she's way taller than him. Good job.
So we did it, and that leads literally directly into Crash 2.
I already forgot what happens at the start of Crash 2.
Yeah, so you'll find out
I'll find out
in
soon enough.
an indiscriminate amount of
In
time.
some time period, we recorded, what, 4 episodes right now? I think.
Oh, like 3 or 4.
3, maybe 3 and 1 long one.
Yeah.
The finale.
There we go.
Alright, excellent. Good job. Very nice, very nice.
Oh, it lets you rotate around the island.
That's kind of cool.
That's a feature I didn't know existed in this game.
I wonder if that was in the original one too, or if that's just a remake.
It's like almost definitely remake technology.
Okay then.
There we go.
We'll see you next time.
Next time
with
for
a little Crash 2.